Alright, so I like the ward into the sweeper change. Alright, oh, hold on. We're gonna take a look at this real quick. So I'm pretty sure you missed... Fuck. I went too fast. Let me go slow-mo. So I'm pretty sure you missed both Q damages. Maybe you hit the first one, but the second one you definitely missed. Okay, no, you hit it. The second one you missed though, right? Yeah, you missed the first part of your Q. Hey, what's up, Discoer? Oh yeah. And when you're doing these little, like when you're doing this, man, like, make sure that you just focus the biggest one. Let your Q AoE kill the rest of the camp.
Because it also gives them more health.
Exactly, and like you're wasting autos, which should be used clearing the higher health minions, like killing the little ones, when your Q would clear that. So not only is it slower, but you actually take more damage. You don't sustain as much.
If you're gonna do another live one.
Okay, we're not doing another live one. There's no way. Also, right here, you shouldn't use your W. I don't think. I think just using both Qs would be fine. And when I was taking a look, your first time looking at anything was when I think you were finishing off your Gromp, but then you looked at mid, right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Like, this is your first time you looked at the map. Like, be taking a look at the map and taking a look at what's going on in between what's going on. Now, obviously, you and Alchemist are duo, so, like, he'd be able to tell you whether Nasus has flash and stuff like that, but
I should still look and get the habit of it.
yeah, also, you should be looking to use this plant before heading onto river.
Oh.
And when you're running away from him here, like W, whatever, just walk down here and Q over the wall, like towards the plant, and then you're fine, right? But when your Q was up, you flash instead. Now, she ended up flashing too, but like, I mean, that was kind of troll. Maybe you could have gotten her flash without even using her flash, you know?
Yeah.
Right here, you should look to reset. Because you're spending so much time walking all the way down. Watch how much time you spend walking all the way down towards the bot Krugs. So you took about 15 seconds to get down here. You might as well have reset, then walk down to bot Krugs. That way you have your blue smite. You could have had blue smite plus boots. And gone to the Krugs maybe like 5 seconds later, but you have had your back. That way you can clear more healthy. Maybe slightly faster. And then when you go for a gank, you get a blue smite. That'd be helpful. Here you go for the scuttle. Which is just fine. Remember to be taking a look at your lanes, man. So, like, when you're doing the scuttle, like, you're so focused on just doing the scuttle. Like, in between your ability usages, like, you should be taking a look at, like, bot, be taking a look at mid, see what's available. Because, like, right here, from that bot scuttle, you absolutely could have walked through the wall and killed the Senna. Because the KAYN died.
Right.
And you're actually healthy enough to gank bot here, for sure. But you weren't even thinking about it. You're like, okay, let me just take one back now. And when you walked back here, where were you going?
I was going to put down a control board in Dragon.
You already had the scuttle. So you know if, like, Shyvana walks into Dragon. So you don't need to. Just go through your clear, man. So you end up, and by the way, we saw Shyvana walking into your jungle here. Now look at your vision, right? You see Shyvana walking to your jungle.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just walking right at it, right? Just go towards your Krugs. Do your Krugs. And then right here, you should just take the plane over to your Raptors. Because you also head towards Annie. So if Shyvana tries to head you off at Raptors, Annie can come grab a free kill. And then Thresh looking to flank too, right?
Yeah.
So here you could have taken Thresh's Lantern.
Yeah.
Going to Dragon. Ended up being fun. The Shyvana kind of trolled.
Did the
Like,
same things I was.
Yeah, she made it like very obvious.
We need to regroup.
Okay, let's fast forward to like what happened with this top dive, right? So you're heading up. You don't have vision. Now, ideally, how should you set up a dive?
Set it up so they don't have a way of escaping.
Shove the wave in, then dive, right? That way you can just start with an auto attack, right?
Right.
Alchemist took basically 2 turret shots before he was able even to engage, right?
Right.
And also, who should be tanking first?
Me to keep the laner healthy.
You should, because you can like drop turret aggro with your ultimate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then Alchemist tanks it.
Right.
So
And then
yeah, so Alchemist like you have a specific time frame that you need to get this wave in a turret. So you know KAYN's on this. You should be looking to just shove this as quickly as possible. Like just shove into turret and then dive. And then this is free. But you guys just like went for it. This becomes like super greedy and like it makes this really tough. Now you end up killing them, but it costs your flash, right? And then this ended up being super bad because you didn't ulti.
Yep.
Alright, so Alchemist, what you should do, man, like you see the Shyvana coming up on the minimap here, right? You see her coming here? Just walk straight back and do an alcove play and just kite while you let your KAYN get the kill. So right here, you should be just running straight back, running away. Your KAYN is about to help you out here, right? But you both just went into like right next to each other, so her E not only hit the set but hit the KAYN, and then you just sat in her fucking pool of lava or fire breath or whatever you want to call it. That's the only way you guys end up, you know, dying. Alright, so here we're going to take a look at their vision.
Okay.
Now, you're actually in such a perfect position for this counter gank, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to engage on this. You want to wait until he gets a shoved into turret. That way you can do the dive correctly this time, right?
Right.
When you walk out here, you're walking at like... You're going in too early, man. Like, I don't like that you went in like this. Here, Alchemist, you need to have ulted the Nasus immediately after we got the kill into the Shyvana. So we got the kill on Shyvana. Now ult the Nasus to CC and get the Nasus away from the KAYN. And then you can start setting up on him next, right? This will also give time for the KAYN to use his R into him. Also, you had Conqueror, right? So I'll have gotten you a lot of extra healing, too. Like, right here, you should be hitting Nasus the whole time with your Conqueror. Get your healing up. Like, there's probably a good chance that you actually would have beat the Nasus here, even without your W. Just because you have your ulti and your E and your Q coming up. But you just didn't fight him, you just, like, walked away. Like, your Conqueror will give you a lot of healing, man. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with Set. So that's more on Alchemist rather than you, Rave Master. You went in too early, and the Alchemist should have played it better off that.
Okay.
I don't like you starting Dragon right from the get-go here. Especially since we didn't, like, fully clear beforehand. We just kind of went.
Yeah.
Ends up being okay. And then here, I mean, you see your Thresh in position to look for mid.
Yep, and I just walk away.
Yeah, like be taking a look at the situation, man. Like, if you walked up here, like, you walk up and you Q through the wall, and Thresh can throw you a Lantern, you can set up a W onto buy. Probably make this a lot easier. Once that, you just go for red. You just completely ignore the situation here. I mean, they end up getting them, but still. Maybe could have helped.
A lot more work than it should have been.
Had a good counter there. Now, knowing that you're going for this rift, you should communicate with Alchemist and tell him to shove top. That way he can be in a position to help you on rift.
Right, because the position he's in, he can't help because of his wave, right?
Yeah, if he goes up for his wave, he's going to lose CS. Like, but if he shoves in the wave, that's going to force Nasus to farm under turret. That way you can get this for free, and Alchemist can assist you with this. So, like, you need to tell him. And Alchemist, you should know this. Like, you should see what your jungler's going for and should react. But, like, this whole game, like, I felt like you two weren't playing as a duo. You guys were just kind of playing and doing your own thing. You might as well solo queue. Like, duo queue can be very strong, but you gotta play off each other and communicate, especially if you're in voice. Yeah, I mean, don't worry about that. Like, we went into that knowing that you guys were all going to be on comms, that you're a duo, and I could talk to both of you. I mean, I've coached you, and I'm coaching him. I can help you both out. You know? Focus on Nasus here, not the Shyvana. And right here, when you're walking out, like, focus the same target that your duo's targeting. Your duo's targeting the Nasus, get the Nasus. Plus, Shyvana could just ulti away, right? Like, lead with your W there, so that you can hit both parts of your Q as well. Because your Q actually does a ridiculous amount of damage because of the, because your red form, right? Yep. Your boy, J-Boy, thanks for your prime, man. Appreciate it. Alright, so let's take a look at how we should have approached this fight onto the KAYN, because this was really messy.
Okay.
So one, W out of the wall. Like, before she even sees where you're at. Because if you W out of the wall, like, she doesn't see the W, right? It's just, like, invisible. She can't dodge it. So instead of Qing out of the wall, W out of the wall, then walk up, auto attack, Q her, ulti into another Q she did.
Right.
Go through the wall, W first in this kind of situation. That way you can guarantee all your damage, because you actually end up missing your W.
Yep.
Then Alchemist, you need a W, man. You need to stay here and tank for and W for the KAYN. I don't know why the Shyvana didn't just insta-ult after this. We'll never know. Alchemist, you kind of trolling there. And let's see the Vi Great Escape. That's pretty funny with the vision. Yeah. Cassin does the same thing. Shinra can do the same thing. This was very good from you not to commit onto the Caitlyn there.
I really wanted to.
Yeah. Maybe you could have walked up and blue smited autoed. Like on top of the Jin W. And then queued out. But that was very good. Just because, like, they're all mid already, you know that? Just let Alchemist do his thing. So that was actually really good patience by you. I like that. You don't get the kill, but you get a free objective, and you don't bait your team into a bad team fight. Like, yeah. There, I would actually, I mean, end up being fine that you, yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, the reason I did that is because the more health that they have, when I ult into them and then come out, I actually get more health back.
Yeah. No, you're fine, you're fine.
Okay, sorry.
You asked about duo coaching, but then got a work call. How much is duo coaching? 200? No, same price. Just like you got it. Like say you paid for the duo coaching and you're getting the coaching and your duo's also with you. I'm gonna focus on just helping you out mostly, but also give little tips here and there for you and your duo synergy together. But in the grand scheme of things, to help you out specifically, right? Like if that makes sense. Okay, this play, like, you had the Caitlyn and the Nasus chasing after you, and you didn't have your E to go in for the flank immediately with this wave, so you just need to back off here. Yep. The only way this works is if Alchemist was already in a position to, like, flank on the center. But he's still shoving out and then looking to flank, right?
Yep.
But yeah, you kind of just, like, committed here. Like, you should just walk down, man.
Yeah.
Like, what you should do, you should just smite ulti the Shyvana. Yeah, so my ulti is Shyvana and buy time for your team to help you out. Maybe Thresh can get a position to lantern. I don't know, something. Either way, you probably die, but just do this my ulti.
Right.
It sucks because this is right before Dragon.
Yeah, and because of that we lost it.
So realistically, we should have just been playing for the next Dragon, right? Rather than trying to force a fight there.
Yep.
When I was talking in game, I was just saying that could be a possibility if Alchemist was able to shove up. But he wasn't. He wasn't able to get there in time. And you didn't have your E either, since you had to E away from the Caitlyn Nasus. Alright, this is when you DC'd. So, and you also DC'd for next Dragon too. That's just really unlucky.
It doesn't normally happen. I don't normally have internet issues.
Alright, Alchemist, you shouldn't use your E here. You should be looking for a position to ulti in, or to ulti Nasus towards your escape route. Yeah, using your E just for damage is kind of bad there. Just save your E for the stun. Okay, in the meantime, let's take a look at what you're doing over here. I would W first, out of the wall.
Yep.
And then lead him with your Q.
Yeah, and this is where I tried to ult and I couldn't.
Yeah, I think you should also cap off that kill with your ulti, just so you can buy more time for Alchemist to roam up. Yeah, you could have ulti to finish off the center instead of autoing. That way you could kill the center with your ultimate, get back to full HP, sit in there for 5 seconds, and buy time for Alchemist to come up. And if that happened, you guys could have won this fight. Because also it bought time for Annie to walk up. Yeah, the fight ended up really tragic just because you DC'd. With that kill on Shyvana, like, you should be watching while you're walking up to lane, right?
Yeah.
You were just, like, kind of looking at the camp.
Yeah.
You should see that your Annie got a pick. You should walk up with Alchemist and go straight to Baron. And this should be Baron call, with Shyvana dying for free and the vibe being super low. Like, that's an easy Baron call. And you could force it really well. Just because, I mean, anyone that comes up, like, everyone except, like, probably Caitlyn Senna has to walk up melee for him to contest, and the set can just ult him into the backline.
So I have a question about the Baron part. When is a good time to actually go for Baron? Because I don't actually know.
Usually after a pick, and your team's like in the vicinity of Baron.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the part where you said you should have just gone straight mid, right?
I think so.
And you were right, but we didn't know that was the right call because we didn't look. We didn't have the info. That's why I was like, I don't know if that was the right call. Looking back at it, it was definitely like we should have just, you and Alchemist both should have gone up towards mid and pushed in mid for a Baron play, because Shyvana and Vi were basically taken out of the fight completely. Yeah, they overcommitted to this. Look to W onto Caitlyn out of the wall. W first before queuing in. That way you can hit both parts of your queue. And then right here, it's fine to collapse onto the Vi here, just to peel for the Annie. But you went out to Nasus instead. Like, focus a single target. Like, the Annie and the set are both focusing Vi. You should focus the Vi too. And then here, instead of going after the tanky Nasus, switch onto the Senna. So you were going after Nasus, and then I was like, hey man, go for Senna. And then you did, right?
I think so.
Being pretty good. And then now it's easy Baron call. You actually should be, like, if you see Nasus is right here, man, you should position yourself right here to try to catch out Nasus if Thresh does hit that hook. So you should actually position yourself towards the back of the burn pit.
Okay.
Because I don't know why Nasus was just in there. In fact, he just walked up and started dancing. for whatever reason. But yeah, don't use your W on Baron. Just use your Q since you're getting it for free. And save your W in case Thresh hits that hook. That way you can E over the wall, press W, kill the Nasus.
Got it.
Because this should have been a kill. The Thresh should have hit the plant as soon as he hooked over. Yeah, he didn't see the play in time. Yeah. Game kind of concludes from here. But, like, what questions did you have for me, man? Like, did you have anything, like, that doesn't make sense as far as, like, the way you clear? Making sure that, like, you hit both parts of your Q on the red buff. Make sure you target the big one first. Make sure you're looking at lanes in between camps, like, even early on. Double checking information. Do you know what camp Shyvana started this game?
No, I have no idea.
Like think about that kind of stuff. Check her pathing. Because Shyvana can clear super fast. It's kind of broken.
Okay.
And, you know, that can maybe help you understand, like, if you should go for Gromp or go for Scuttle first. Like, paying attention to, you know, that. Setting up dives with your top, like, if you're going to duel with the top laner, setting up dives with them is going to be really important. And help him get ahead. What questions do you have, man?
Really, right now, I don't really have any questions. I asked a few that I kind of had as they came up, so I'm good.
Okay, man. I don't think there's anything else to go over for this replay. Yeah. All right. Let's restart. We have about 20 minutes left. I don't know what we can do in 20 minutes. Maybe, like, you can hit me up another day and be like, hey, I got an early game I want you to take a look at or something. Does that work for you?
Yeah, you mean like just send you a video if I want you to look at something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time. Everyone, let's give a big clap for Rave Master in the chat and the Alchemist for providing us with a couple minutes of vision while he DC'd. All right, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it.
You have a good one.
All right, guys. I have a duo with I Keep It Taco a little bit later on today. I'm going to take a short, about like hour and a half break. I'm going to hop off stream here. I'm going to start up stream around 3:30 Central Time. Alright? So I'm going to start up stream again around 3:30 Central Time. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching this part of the stream. Next part of the stream is going to be all gameplay, and it's going to be all high-low stuff. So I'll be looking forward to it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in about an hour and a half.